Hey guys, what's up? This is Zero to my Kitsune, and I know what you're thinking, what a random title to decide on reviewing today. But I just don't know what drew me into such a title. I have no idea. Oh well, let's go ahead and start this review. We are zeroing in on Amazing Princess Sarah. So, story. You are a princess of a random castle from random castle land who walks into the throne room to discover her father is being seduced by two succubuses led by some horned demon chick. You are about to stop them, but the succubus enforcer captures you and does exactly what hentai has taught me happens when a fair maiden is captured by the buff demon lord. Place you at the bottom of the castle and leave. And thus your adventure begins. Now you must fight off hordes of demons and rescue your dad in a way only a princess can, by slapping foos and throwing furniture at them. The gameplay is exactly what I said before. You slap monsters for low amounts of damage, or you throw furniture at them. Then you pick up their bodies and throw them at their friends. And then you throw their friends at their friends. It's a really fun experience. There are 6 stages in total for you to play through that take about 30 minutes if you don't know what you're doing, and multiple challenge modes to extend the playtime, but more on those later. The enemy variety is average, though Steam page states throw thousands of enemies. That should be taken as throw a couple of enemy types thousands of times as you go through the game. You will be fighting many types of enemies that all throw differently. Things like large mofos that weigh you down and you can only throw them a short distance, huge titted fire elementals that split into 2 ground traveling fire waves, or succubuses that somehow damage all enemies when they're thrown to walls. I guess with a high pitched scream or something, it doesn't make sense and it doesn't need to. The core elements of this game are in the multiple modes available, but sadly this is one of the game's biggest flaws. The multiple modes fail to innovate on the core game, causing the player to get either bored or frustrated with the requirement to beat all the modes in order to obtain the true ending. Personally, I was only able to stomach 3 extra playthroughs of the game before throwing my hands up and screaming enough is enough.
Bored now.
The addition of the double jump in later playthroughs adds some creativity by exploiting shortcuts to progress through the level faster, but that is several playthroughs in and it's hard to keep an excited mind after the boredom that is drunk mode. The other hit or miss point is in the throwables, which they're fun, but at the same time too many throwables felt alike. The plethora of things to throw at the enemies and chaining kills is spoiled when you go from throwing a demon that explodes into arrows in the middle of the air to throwing 5 enemies and furniture that literally function exactly the same from each other. On the other hand though, that is also slightly mitigated by the enemy types, which sometimes require unique tactics in order to kill them, like heavily armored enemies which cannot be damaged from the front, or zombie enemies which actually cannot die unless they are knocked down, picked up, and thrown. I had a lot of fun with my first run of Amazing Princess Sarah, and if I hadn't tried to spam the New Game Plus features for this review and instead spaced them out as a normal player would, I may have had even more fun. The feeling of defeating an enemy only to use his body as a weapon against his brethren is an experience I highly recommend to everyone. The price of this title on Steam at the time of this review was $4.99 USD or your regional equivalent, and at that price I give this title a buy. Instead of buying a pizza tonight, eat some 99-cent ramen and grab the nearest succubi and toss her into the wall for bonus points. With that said, I'll see you guys next time.